Okay, so here we are. This is the Balt versus Dnai scenario, probably the second half of it. And much as I'm hating the game and find it just too frustrating to cope with, I can see a lot of interest here. For example, my strategy has to change here. So I'm on the green, orange, purple guy, I guess. I'm gonna look that up. I can't keep track of who's going where. It would be easier if I'm sitting down and playing it all at once. Yeah, he's the first player. So his position is, well, he can't kill off the blue, yellow, green things with any ease either, because they refused him that opportunity. So what he's looking at now is the, okay, I gotta convert hexes. That's my way towards victory. But if that's the case, I ought to also be worrying about spawning troops that'll fight the troops that blue-yellow Balt is throwing out there. So that's kind of where I am here. So I'm in a green hex right now. I think what I want to do, how does purple move from green? Purple, I can't get my troll out of there, which is kind of problematic. But I probably want to recover units, create new units, and try to hunt down the yellow-blue units, see if I can knock them out, at the same time as I'm setting up to convert to things, as I've been doing, that are kind of safe. So for example, orange here, does anything dominate orange? Yellow dominates orange. So this is a dangerous thing for me to do, converting this hex. Orange doesn't dominate shit. However, if I don't convert things, I may have problems, but I just don't see how I'm going to be able to convert to orange. Is orange at all good at hunting any of this shit down? It's not bad at blue. However, purple dominates blue, so this guy has power there. So I've got a lot of different things I can start to do. I just don't know which ones to hit. So hitting blues here, for example, I could bolt them. And that would put me at -4, -5. Oh no. Orange doesn't dominate blue. I can't remember what the fuck I'm doing in this game. That's the problem. Even when I've got one little train of thought, it gets derailed. It's just too much for me to grasp. It's too abstracted. You know, the world that this postulates is just so outside of my conception of any kind of reality. It's truly a fantasy game, in the sense that the fantasy reality is just, you know, so out there. It's like pattern shifting in Amber or whatever, where it might work well in a role-playing game, but man, it's just impossible when it's formalized in this sort of way. I gotta figure out what the hell I'm doing, because I can't even reason about this game. I'm in this weird kind of position where I moved through here, built myself a green demon after having recovered this, and now I'm going to attack yellow here. I can't kill the yellow sorcerer, but I can hit him once, which will make him weaker, and then on my next turn, if I'm lucky, I can convert that hex. I'm in a white hex now, which is important. Here, orange is something I don't want to convert to. So for example, I could convert this to a purple hex, which makes it harder to attack him, because nothing dominates purple. So it'll be nothing that the enemy holds. So it'll be hard for him to... He won't be able to kill my main leader. He can kill my magical units, but who cares about them? I mean, to some extent, attrition's important. The one thing I'm curious is whether I want to move this sucker. I left these guys behind, not for any good reason. They could move here. Well, one of them could move there, I think, because green and purple, the troll can't move. If I want to launch an attack up here, which actually seems pretty reasonable, unless I have another attack I want to do, say against this. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's mine, isn't it? No, it's not mine. Does purple do anything against yellow? Green dominates yellow. Purple does not, but Oh, these aren't yellow. These are human. Yeah, I'm going to do this. 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's my best chance. And now we get to the attrition phase. And we're getting 4s and 5s, which is orange and red. I scan through. There's an orange here. Yellow and orange is a 5, so I'm likely to lose something there. Actually, they both die. Both units take the attrition. This is safe, even though it's white because of the mage. Safe because of the mages. What did I say? Orange and red. Orange. How's blue and orange? Blue is a 3. They live. Okay. And now we have our battles. 10 versus... Sorry, 13, because I'm in a gray hex, so the mage doesn't count. 10 versus 13, orange versus blue. 10 versus 13 is something like 9. So I'm going to be on the +9 chart. I believe I'll probably kill him, but it's not guaranteed, right? I only do 3 hits, which does not kill them all. They can't hurt me back. They'd be all the way over here. Okay, so that's that battle. Turn this up. Let's take a look here. Here I have 11 to 9. That's +2. I'm green dominating yellow. +2 means I do 3 hits. So I kill the troll and I damage this. That means they're at -2 on the really bad side of things, which is a no possibility of getting hurt. So this unit's done. And we have a battle over here where I'm at +3 on the neutral table because it's gray. Which means I do a hit to that human, -3 on the neutral, does not pin. And remember, now he's got a need to recuperate that human because he's got extra humans and they mean extra victory points for the enemy, basically. Those extra human units, I haven't figured out an effective way to use them. And the fact that they count as victory points, I don't know how many. Are they 5? Are they... They're only 3 each. Alright. And that pushes us down to the blue-yellow. Feels like I actually have some useful things to do with blue and yellow. Now that the focus of the game has shifted away from trying to kill the sorcerers, which I think is impossible. Well, I still gotta save my sorcerer, right? But I also have blue units that dominate the green units nearby, and stuff like that I can do. I have nothing that dominates purple, but green dominates yellow. No, that doesn't help. Yellow dominates orange, which I have to kind of keep an eye on. Where can I, fight orange pieces? So it's going to be hard to say move these guys down there. They're not fast enough, but I got to keep that in mind to produce yellow units to fight here. Well, I have yellow units near here. This would be 6, 7, 8. I could get this guy in there. I got to get my blue unit out of there. But again, these guys can just run around and do stuff. He's not particularly hard. Do I want to, upgrade him? Do I want to spend the cost on upgrading him? Or do I just want to run out somewhere? I think I want to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll say this is controlled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is used. I'm not going to move my troll. He can't really get anywhere, I don't think. Green from yellow, he could get here. That's kind of neat. And I could put more power here just so that, this guy can't go jumping in and killing him. Getting some distant things might be worthwhile. So we'll move that way too. What else? I'd like to kill things. Nothing's good at killing purple particularly, so let's see this guy. Yellow coming out of blue. That costs 2. 2, 3 for the river, 4, 5, 6. And he's in a location. Maybe I want to go this way, though. And I'm closer to there with that. Okay. It's not really safe to be in my yellow or blue hexes, because I can be dominated in those. And fire can be dropped on me from above. Which means this guy with his 6 movement points. I don't think leaving a hex costs anything extra for a sorcerer, but I maybe... No, it's 2 extra movement points for a sorcerer. I haven't been charging myself that. 3. He's got problems. He just wants to heal himself, I guess. So that's going to cost 3. That only leaves me with 3 more, which means I can move 1 hex out of this zone. That doesn't make much sense. However, I can summon myself a dragon. That may make me weaker in combat, but it at least causes some difficulties there. Okay, so he moved. What else? Well, I've got this stupid human. I got to get him out of there. Do humans pay anything? They pay 2 extra for leaving a hex. So he can only move 1 hex maximum. I'll move this way, abandoning that. Blues against greens. Blues coming out of orange. 3, 4, 5, 6. We want to kill this. What about purples? Are we at all good against purple? Oh, we suck against purple. So that means we're probably okay against orange. And I'll just keep trying to figure out what the hell to do with these pieces. I don't build this dragon. And I abandoned my last 3 movement points. I can get these guys out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This guy doesn't... He only adds 1 strength point now because he's not with his color. But that's okay. I'm protecting him. And I might be able to damage this guy in the combat. That's what I'm looking at there. Of course, I'm going to take attrition on... I think both of them because I don't have a same color mage. But I dominate green and that's potent. What the hell else? These guys, I think, are fine here. I don't know what to do with these guys. I need to do something with that wizard, and I gotta figure out what. So I don't know if this is good or not, but I launched an attack here. New yellow units going in. I sent the blue leader running all the way up here. He launched another dragon in the process, just, you know, to throw more crap out there. I can eventually kick up to here or something. So we got to do our attrition. Nobody's playing with vortices. The random factor of the vortexes makes them, or vortices, makes them so annoying. Yellow and red. Got white here. That's an automatic. Here's red. We got a blue piece in a red zone that's on a 2. Oops. And that covers everything. We got a couple of fights here. We got 12, 14 orange versus... I'm sorry. 13 orange versus 14 yellow. This is yellow's turn. Yellow's at +1 on the bonus chart. And they do 2 hits, whereas orange is at -1. So 2 hits. You know, I think the trolls are the harder thing to cope with. So I'll take them as a death. That's the fight here. Over here, blue has 6, 7 to 2. That's +5 on the bonus chart. It's going to automatically kill what's left here. And then here I've got 11 to 7. 7 attacking 11. That's -4, but I'm blue attacking green, so I'm on a pretty decent chart. I get a pin result. That's going to be pretty easy to recover from. And then what were we? I guess +4 if I was at -4 on the bad chart, which is pretty good too. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, -4 is worse. And we managed to do a hit to these blue dragons. You got any other attacks? No. And that pushes us up to turn 6. And boy, I hope this is over. Okay, I've prepared myself a number of attacks, sending orange out here to attack blue, launching orange against yellow, which is a worst case scenario, but I want to kill something and I can't handle this. I got these green guys marching up to try to take on yellow because green dominates yellow. They've got a long way to go, but I'm hoping to gain control of that. Not hoping to kill anything big here. In fact, sorcerers to an extent you can look at as an expendable resource at the end of the game because they're not worth any victory points to kill. Which is kind of weird since one of them is supposed to be you. Anyway, it's attrition time. See what I get away with here. I've got to worry next turn, or maybe the turn after. Next turn I have to get into position to convert hexes, as far as I'm concerned with this player. Maybe. I don't know. You know, we'll see what the situation is, but that's what I'm kind of thinking of is, geez, I want to be close in so that I can make a couple conversions and get the points off that. And I get yellow and orange. I didn't even have to attack this. It's dying all on its own. Weaken the troll, I'm more likely to need the other thing. Well, that was an oops. This is a green hex, not a yellow or orange hex. Looks good. Alright, let's take care of our battles. Here we've got 5 orange against 5 blue, and orange doesn't dominate blue. I guess I'm going for the 0 table here. Attack. The defending player gets a hit on these and damages them. Over here I've got, I think, a dominant relationship, I hope. 6 plus 6 is 12 to 6, 7. So I'm +5 purple against blue. They're not going to get a shot back. And I'm going to do a lot of damage. I do 4 points. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I again knock him back. I recovered from the pin there. Put these dragons back. And that looks like all the attacks I've got. So we punch it down. Good old Balt or whatever is in a difficult position with his secondary sorcerer here. This guy really can't get out of here. He was damaged again. He spent 3 to recover and 3 to summon himself some more dragons. But he's kind of pinned down by this guy, and this guy can do a lot of damage in his current position. Elsewhere, you can see he launched his own dude in an attack here, and he's staying here to fight. Let's take a look at our attrition results for this one. 2 and 6, green and purple. White here. That's going to hurt one of his. White here. Each of them is going to take damage. We'll take the damage on the troll. And he needs to stick around to fight, so he'll take the damage on the demon. That'll give him a little bit more combat strength. What do we say? Green and purple, huh? This is gone. Alright, now we got our fights. Let's see. Blue versus orange. 5 versus 2. That's +3 down here. Which means I do a hit, I'm going to be destroying these guys. And that pretty much, I think, guarantees me that location. I'm not sure, but I'm at... I was at +3, so I've got to be at -3 here. There's a chance of a pinned result. No. Elsewhere. Yellow, who dominates orange, at 8, 12 to 7. That's +5 on a dominant position. I'm going to do a lot of damage. I do 5 points of damage, and -5 on the minimal position does nothing. So I think I did 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, that's it. That kills his stuff. And that probably puts him in the same kind of position the yellow guy's in, where he's kind of frozen and unable to do anything. And it's probably about time where colors are going to start converting. The few places where that makes any sense. This guy has 6, 10 to yellow's 5. That will be +5 on the inferior and -5. -5 is not going to do anything. +5 is pretty damaging. I do 3 hits, which is enough to again paralyze him. This is a problem. This is why you don't want to be in the same space as your enemy, but he turned out that way, so now there's a very good chance that this guy is just dead. And that probably turns the tide. If there were enough turns to continue on, it definitely would. But I still have time to kill him, and I could maybe do that with a magic bolt. He's not magical at all, so I just have to move into, say, a green... Oh no, I can't magic bolt into a white hex. So I gotta stick around and try to kill him. Okay. So now orange was able to escape here, no problem there. Here I launched those purple dragons from here. I built myself a troll to try to guarantee my attack on this guy. I'm going to be at like +13. I probably didn't need that. +11 is probably good enough on the even row to do a damage. Let me instead build a more mobile unit, because I think I'll want that next turn. In fact, next turn's my last turn. Instead, I can't build 2 dragons. That's the problem. But I could build 2. I don't remember how many points I had. I untapped, so 3. That leaves me like 12. I think. Yeah, I can actually build this after I build a dragon. This guy doesn't have much ability to move anywhere useful, though, if he builds that. So let's get this thing moving. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 up to here. We're going to still build ourselves a demon, just because there gives me some mobility for my next turn. I like that opportunity. Now we check for the attrition, which could well throw everything into confusion. And we get always 2 different values, so we get green and orange. No hit. Green got hit. How's purple and green? It's a 4. How's blue and orange? It's a 3. That gets us these, and I think we're gonna have what looks like a pretty impressive attack here. I hope. Purple, oh jeez. Purple's attacking blue. So I'm at -1, but purple dominates blue, which gives me a pretty good table. I do a hit. That's not very much. I would have probably, I don't know. And now at -1 on the worst table is unlikely to do anything. And then cutting up here, I probably have this guy dead. I'm at 11 on the neutral. 11 to 0, which gets me at least 2 hits. So I take out his Sorcerer. I can just discard this guy. He's not worth any victory points. And that pushes us down. This is Balt's second to last turn. And he's making attacks in a number of places. I upgraded my infantry so I could go in and help with these. This is... Actually, that's as far as that guy can go, I think. He did upgrade the magical dragon unit, which flew over here. I got one more thing left. I got Balt himself and his forces. I'm not quite sure what to do with them. I could spend my points and just convert this hex. I do that, though, and I don't get a conversion next turn. But I get a guaranteed conversion this turn, which is better than I think I get no matter what else. If I make it a blue hex, yellow sucks in blue, and purple dominates blue, but is inferior to yellow. However, purple gets more points in blue. If I make it a yellow hex, I'm in a lot of trouble because purple could then start firing. Well, here's the problem. If I make it a blue hex, if I make it a yellow hex, green can fire bolts into it and can then attack with green. But on the other hand, if I make it blue, I'm not going to get as powerful a bolt going. And that's kind of one of the factors is the heavy bolt that this guy could throw could be very devastating. Unfortunately, he's only got one more turn. So if he's throwing bolts at me on his next turn, he's not converting anything. So I think I am going to convert it just because that's guaranteed points. I've got an orange guy near me. I probably want to worry about him more. So I'm going to actually spend all my points to convert it to yellow. Just guesstimate. That means we go over to the attrition. And we're going to get yellow and purple. And I got 2 pieces here. Yellow's getting hit. That's a guaranteed hit. I lose just as much either way. I'd rather keep the mobile unit, I guess. That's fine. Okay. And now we got a couple of battles left. We got plenty of time on this video, so let's take a look at our battles. Here, I've got 7 yellow against 5 purple. That's an inferior, but I'm at +2, which means I have a chance. I get a hit, and then -2, also at inferior, has a chance of pinning, which we haven't seen much of in this scenario. And then over here we got blue versus green. 10 green, 6 blue. Now blue's really good against green, so that -4 isn't that terrible, but it doesn't help. And +4 over here is a little better. We get a pin result on the blue units, for whatever that matters. And that pushes us to the final turn. Yay. In a sense, by playing here, the point distribution is pretty much decided here. I built a couple of colored hexes. I don't see a way that I can make more points. Right now I'm holding this hex, which is worth extra points for being a white city. Of course, if I knocked him out, I would get him out of the white city, which is worth as much, but that's not guaranteed. This is guaranteed. This is quite possibly so. However, because Balt goes last, he has a definite advantage here at this point. For example, his blue is going to be able to trigger a color change. Chances are I'm not going to be able to win this fight. Here, I'm probably not going to be able to knock those blue units out. But, you know, I'm playing for as much as I can get as far as I can see, and I don't want to think and calculate too much. I think we're kind of done here. So we do a quick attrition check. 2 and 3 is green and yellow. There shouldn't be a lot kicking around. I'm in a green, that's safe. I'm in a yellow, that's safe. Purple and a green, that's not so good. He gets to stay there. He doesn't really matter. He's not going to affect the game at all. And that's where we sit. There's no combat, actually. Oh, no, there's combat. Stupid me. Okay, so blue attacks purple here. And I'm at a base of -2. I'm in an orange hex. Make it -1. But blue sucks against purple. Actually, purple's the one who moved in. But let's say it's +1 on the best table because -1, well, I could get a pin result, which probably doesn't matter. But it does prevent an attack next turn. So now, +1 on the best column. We get enough to kill this. It does still matter for this reason. Some blue or yellow piece could run into here and take, if not take it away, at least take the points away. You couldn't maybe get the 10-point swing, but the 5-point swing. I think white cities are more valuable than anything else. And we have a battle here, where yellow's got 7 and purple's got 2. Now, neither one's particularly good against the other. Purple is at -5. That's not going to work. Yellow would be a +5, which is going to destroy the purple. This should have stayed there, but we don't want to think anymore. This game hurts. Okay, 10 green against 6 blue. Blue loves hitting green, though. Which means it's +4 on the worst column. Which means I'm not going to destroy those pieces. I just kill one. I'm not going to do it even over over the 2 turns. It slid down to there. And now we got to think of Balt. And at this point, he's looking at taking valuable locations. There isn't much for him to kill. There aren't any more orange infantry left, so the only real thing to look at is whether I can, destroy this. Well, I probably cannot. I've got a lot of cities. This one I could take, conceivably. This one I could take. This one's pretty much my only really hopeful shot. So, that's green. What dominates green? Blue. Balt himself is not in a blue space. And he's going to need... Oh, he is, though. Basically, they're going to need a combination of Balts and combat ability to take somebody out of something. What trumps orange? Orange is trumped by yellow, which I can fire out of here and get that out of there. Well, let's do that first, then. I've got some 15 points there. I blow 5 of it on my shot. Let's see. I am a yellow going into... How is yellow against purple? Yellow going into an orange space. I'm at +5 because I dominate. So I get a total of +3. So I'm a 7 to a 5. I'm at +2 on the yellow versus purple. So I need a 1 through 3 to actually hit it. I got a hit. Well, I can do it again. Same thing. Nope. I can do it once more. Okay, maybe I have something better I could do with this piece, but I don't know. Nope. Oh well. 6, 7, 8, 9. He can't get anywhere too useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think. What beats purple? Nothing I have. Orange. Orange might do well against purple. Orange is not me. Okay. So this guy moved. This guy, I cannot think of anything I can do with this demon. So I'm not going to move him. I could move a unit out of here. Okay. For all my actions, I could fire this off. That's worth 5 victory points. On the other hand, if I could knock him out of here, that's worth points too. But I don't have dominance on him because he's not green. If he had a green magical unit, I could kind of blow it up on him or something, I guess. So I would be at... my Balt is blue. So it would be a 7 to a 6. I'd be a +1 on the neutral table, which means I could hit it once. 50-50 chance of hitting him once, and then if I succeed, this dragon would be a +1 +6 on the neutral table, which would finish him off. I think I've got the best chance of getting points that way rather than converting the hex. So we'll fire a bolt. That hits. I can't hit him with another bolt, but I can move. I could actually move my Sorcerer in there with him. I got room for another bolt though. Is there anywhere where that would help? Blue can only hit blue and green, and I think the answer is no. So I suspect the best thing I can do is march in here to kill that. Of course, I can do it this way. 6, 7, and then I've got like 10 points. It's only going to cost me 2 to move there. So I can grab myself one of these, and I'm almost guaranteed to take it there. And I think that is all I can do. I can't recover this, but nobody's going to control that. Oh, what about him? Did he fire everything off? I'm assuming so. He doesn't really have anything. I think he fired at least 2, and I don't think there's anything he can reach within 5 that's worth attacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. But he doesn't have enough points to bring any troops in. We're going to say he fired all 3. I don't remember. Okay. So, we got to do attrition. Attrition hits blue and yellow. No effect. We're pretty much towards the end of things here. So, we got a fight here. 5 yellow hitting 2 purple and orange. Yellow and purple is not very impressive. In orange, yellow, 10 to 4 is +6 down here. I get at least 2 hits. That kills this, and I take that hex. And now up here, I'm sure I have him dead. 10, 12 to 2 is +10, but I'm in green. Make it +15, and I'm on the neutral. Boom. I have killed Dnai. For whatever that's worth. Okay. And now over here, green's got 10 to 6 blue. That's +4. That's not going to do anything. I get a hit. We'll kill a dragon. Just because it gets a piece off the board. So now we score it. And no, I'm not doing another one after this. I'm done. Scoring. White hexes converted are 5. Enemy fortresses are 15. We each killed a fortress. That's even. Human infantry, we both killed 3. That's even. Gray city hexes are worth 3, and white city hexes are worth 5. So the yellow-blue, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 20. 25. 30 points in cities. I have a calculator here, so I can mark that down for now. What does he have now in conversions to his color? He has 1, and that looks like it. I didn't get any blues off, so that's 5 more. Let's look at what purple-green has. They didn't get this, so 3, 6. And how many conversions? 1, 2, 3, 4. Another 20. I think it's a 9-point victory for blue. But man, every scenario I play of this is just so painful on the brain. I cannot think of a game that handcuffs me mentally more than this one. It has aspects of a war game, but it's just the thinking is so non-intuitive because of the type of terrain and the way the colors activate and work with each other. The thing is, you get kind of used to some different kinds of play, so naval games where you can fly through each other, where there's not interception, where there's no blocking facility. Those feel very strange. In particular, the game I'm thinking of there is Company War, which feels kind of like it's got kind of this hard to grasp aspect. This sucker, I think there's a perfectly fine game here. I really do. It's just, I'm not willing to invest the effort. There's not much, from my point of view, of story, because I'm burning my brain so much trying to figure out how to optimize any given situation. Anyway, it's, as always, a miserable experience to try to play this for me. But, well, I'll come back and talk more about it in the review. I don't see an unbalance. I've seen some people say, the two-player scenarios are unbalanced. It's asymmetrical, but it feels to me like there are counter balancing measures that each person can take with whatever the other person's doing, and it's really just a matter of, it feels to me at least. I haven't, obviously, I don't understand the game well enough to say that I'm fairly certain of it, but it feels as though there's a lot here that you can study and explore. It's just not worth it for me.